gentle. The political hot goose. You see, don't for me, you the fry. For don't buy you the nyaka nyaka. This na the Hot Goose Network television.
Famulem una adu mina gentle the political hot goose. Famulem this morning, this na a disturbing moment as an objective Sierra Leonean and such an act unacceptable, and as Sierra Leoneans, I think say we need for stand up for make sure say the credibility and the integrity of we national institutions them. Nobody not come because of in political aspirations, because of in political influence for can blackmail them. And then this is what is going on where the APC, they don't go into opposition. They are desperate to come into power, and they are not able to making sure that they for sit down and try for create an alternative measures to whatever problem they think it's existing, to whatever good thing they think President Bio is doing to making sure that they do better if the people them sorry for them for letting come na power. But they're waiting over the years them where APC don't lost elections, where then they do because of the desperation, and as Kuruma, when are the Munku and jihadist chairman of the APC is all over the place, working day and night, they never sleep, devising means them for blackmail institutions them, Sierra Leone, for blackmail individuals them, we don't raise the standards them in society, so that when they get for lost elections, 2023, 2024, they will stand for revert to a statement where then they build up right now. And this is the exact thing that is happening right now in that country, where we don't get politics of boycott in the parliament. They don't devise politics of violence in that country. They don't devise politics of kicha, where not the work. Now, then they go into international organizations then, who say these APC operatives and then they work. Who say they don't get opportunity for get access to jobs because their organizations they are, then they employ Sierra Leoneans. And when they employ Sierra Leoneans, then they expect say as a Sierra Leonean, as an individual, where they don't employ you, you for work objectively. You know for be a politician, you know for involved into any form of active politics. This are the mandate of organizations, international organizations, where they employ citizens. So this is one of the greatest mandates of an organization, a renowned organization they call the European Union. European Union has a complete mandate to be completely and entirely independent in every of their duties the way that they undertake. And then they are supposed to be objective in anything when they bring out there, in their reports, in their jobs, in their election observation. Everything they are doing, they are supposed to be objective. So in that case, I want people to send their messages in here. But then what I'm here specifically is to tell you that as Sierra Leoneans, we are not satisfied with the way Manuel Millar has used these APC operatives like Umfakago. I will show you Leona Siam. Umfakago, this guy, what they call Umfakago, Famulem, Unawacham. This one na Umfakago. Umfakago is the governance advisor. Now the governance advisor na European Union. And then we see that during the 2018 elections, there was a report where European Union for been sent to Anes Kuruma immediately after the elections. Because European Union, just like any other country, any other organization, then they monitor elections. So they don't submit that document. And the Nkrumah been refused for give that document out after we they lost. But however, there were recommendations in there where they say the recommendations they because of the elections violence in the 2018 elections where APC been perpetrate to Sierra Leoneans them because of the trouble them because of the kind manipulation where APC been do it was so much that they put her inside the 29 recommendations inside that report there. So now if we watch that report there, then you go clearly know how violent APC then they. You go clearly know how ruthless then they where they don't want democratic tenants for uphold another country. And we see the example of the way the opposition now, when they use the operatives them, the way that Mfakabo, when that Karim Fakabo in nephew, Frank Cabo in nephew, and we know that Frank Cabo and all these people are active APC players. And these guys are not only relatives of these people, these great political players who are the opposition, but then they interfere into the business of EU, then they bring politics inside it, where they don't make, then guy, this guy which she don't so, what they call Mfakabo, then go join hand for give fake, malicious, politically motivated report against the people of Sierra Leone, against the credible institutions then of Sierra Leone. And this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. That press release where they pulled recently, no fear, no objective at all, because the objectivity, where would they see for a day inside that press release is not there. Let's take an example. Before I bring the example, I want the people that know say, if you get access for read that press release, all within APC be done the talk that them press release them. All the APC be done the hala about when they complain about in vain. Now all number they put inside that press release correct. So I want to see the sample of the press release. When I say the purpose of the EU election follow-up mission is to undertake a technical assessment of the state of implementation of the 29 recommendations made by the EU electoral observers missions back in 2018. When I don't see them, when I go to their website, when I go see that press release. When I don't see them, the implementation of these recommendations will enhance the credibility, inclusiveness, and transparency of Sierra Leone's 2023 elections. So now watch now. Why? Because of the havoc where APC be don't play, where it dangerous in that 2018 report. Then they can't talk say, well, possibility they say, then they worry about 2023. But nobody not get for can verify this government. Not for this government responsible for the havoc where happened inside 2018. The electoral malpractice and all that stuff then. Because not so this government conduct that election. Now APC conduct that election. But then now this press release where they pull, if you watch that press release, you see the voice of APC. You see the voice of Yumkela. Because Yumkela, remember, if you don't the work now the United Nations, and Yumkela now one dangerous individuals. We're very hateful. Yumkela in the no more, he just gets that politics of hate for the president. He hates the government. He hates the people of Sierra Leone just because a power thirst. He won't get power at all costs. But then this is what he's doing. Yumkela now they collaborate, they go underground because with impadi the way we don't get the United Nations, way we don't they go Congo sa wrong statement and they go give blackmail the government, blackmail the country for because no more able to get what he want because not able get waiting the people them. You cannot give what you don't have and you don't get what you want, they not give them and they not go give them. So now European Union is supposed and is expected to hire people, yes. But then when they hire people, with the expect them people and the way that they hire, they should be apolitical. They should not involve in politics. And they should not be active politicians. It does not matter who you are. You get right for get job in the European Union. Fact. But then why do you have to involve into politics? And this guy, where he is so. This man, now in charge of that governance, governance advisor, now European Union. When I'm Fakabo. Now he's APC. This guy was spotted in the previous in September convention, emergency convention, where APC the whole. Why in it for goodie? Look at in attire. A day inside it. This don't show say, then press release and the way they said, it, they don't, oh my God, it don't reveal them. When I then get here, where they do something, you think say, God know they see you. But people they see you. God they see you. If you say people they not go see you, but God they see you. That's why these guys are now getting exposed. So now this fellow here, now they write that press release. This APC man, Mfakago, now the governance advisor on the European Union. So how you think say that report today, that press release go really be objective? Is it independent of political interference? No, because this guy is there. He is the one who did it. And the last show now, the other one, when at the envoy, Sadia Bakar. This is the lady, the young lady. You know, I don't see the guy again. Well, sometimes when I go say that picture they want to show, not the old picture. No, that's not the old picture. And this picture, all of this Umfakago, when at the governance advisor, now EU, we join hand for politically misinformed, mislead, and maliciously and politically write that kind of press release against institutions and when a NEC, National Electoral Commission, against the judiciary of Australia, where even the APC don't benefit from the independence of that judiciary. Even Keller don't benefit from the transparency and independence of that judiciary. Even the deputy chairman and the secretary general within the APC, Umfakago, the deputy chairman and secretary general within the APC, instead don't benefit from the independence of the judiciary because then get a case where they go to that judiciary, they're free. Where it not go ever happen under APC regime. But because of how independent and transparent this government is. But this is the judiciary now. This Umfakago, then EU, then go write lies to read them about, they say the judiciary, they don't blackmail the judiciary of Sierra Leone. Then they blackmail the police of Sierra Leone. Then blackmail PPRC. So now tell me now, which institution where APC then go think say a good? If that institution yeah, now they work with throughout the 11 years, that institution yeah, now can make, even when they go up and down, now the party, now then they guide them. Now they are blackmailing it because APC clearly knows it. At the end of the day, they get for lost elections. Because the thing where they for preoccupied with right now for devise an alternative measure. Not to international community get for can vote na saloon. Not to European Union get for can vote na saloon. Now Sierra Leoneans they get for go vote. So they no say they don't begin lost all the by-elections. We're credible in that country. Where everybody know. It's not like an exclamation election where being full of violence and confusion. Now, instead of them go create alternative means for can't tell the people that waiting them able do. Now then they go through the operatives there when I'm Fakabo and now they will so with the recent NRM cap, then they are McKinney for the convention, then call them Sadia Bakar. Sadia Bakar now envoy. In fact, I work with the European Union guy there where they go. And this lady where you see so, she's a paralegal in Frank Cabo's law firm. And Frank Cabo, na APC stalwart. Everybody knows in the APC law firm now. So when I see the kind of dress where they dress, then they into the APC apparel. And this is the kind of thing. These are the individuals that they are using to destabilize or destroy even international institutions now. So now they don't make people, they don't doubt the reports them where European Union they give. And they are not objectives. And when they call upon the European Union, Manuel Mullah, we are calling upon you to investigate these guys. Investigate them because they are not supposed to be there. They are not supposed to be writing such a press release that is that damns the incredible institutions of that country. The one now when they present this, when they get for loss, when President Biyo get for beat them like fishball, then they begin use their instances there for gain sympathy. This is what they are planning. You understand? You see? Now, clear interference of APC into the European Union. Let us send this, let people say. You see, this individual Australian, as they say this is clear interference by APC to influence EU based on residents of APCs supplying their interest to European Union. But I ask why European Union behaves way gathering information baseless ones. Now, let me tell you where this man don't send this thing. Now, this guy, where are the CISO, this Mfakago, this APC stalwart, now in charge of governance, now the governance advice on the European Union. And this guy, now they fund civil society organizations, they like Campaign for Good Governance. I'm not here to talk bad about an institution because the institutions that we don't need and they operate very well. But then the individuals, the way that they come in, who are politicians, who are politically motivated, and then they can destroy them good institutions there. Like how Umfakago, Sadia Bakar, then they come now for infiltrate and destroy the objectivity and independence of the European Union. And also for destroy the independence and the good image where Marcela Sama then they come for put per Campaign for Good Governance, CGG. Because this guy now they give money to Marcela Sama. And when I say Marcela Sama was very biased inside this by-election. And the states are inside it. All what Marcela Sama go write in that report is send an EU, then go take her, they put her inside the lie story. They say the government bring the government of Sierra Leone, now they go bring violence na Kwenadugu elections. Una see trouble. Una see trouble. How can a government go bring thugs in? So for say this report, then John they take a hook line. So this not tell you say the CGG report, Marcela Sama report, where connive with then Unfa Akago, the report will lead to this press release. Now fake, now misleading. Una watch. I want Mula Mila, Manuel Mila, let's see him. Manuel Mila, the name at the Shika. So Manuel Mila, Ambassador Manuel Mila, I want you to see this one. I want you to see this one. Let you tell me if which political party this will cause violence in Kwenadugu. How a government go there, you get the military, you go cause violence, you get the police, you go cause violence. No, now we watch. This for say new. They don't ever see this where they go show their report there to Umfa Kago. They put up another press release, they lie. Una watch.
Yes. This is the Bombali team. Right, we don't can Kabbalah with the left for go Bombali right now. This is the Bombali team. And when you have this man, one center, they say, we don't want to win. Okay. This is the Bombali team with the left for go Bombali right now. We don't can Kabbalah, we don't win the election. They don't cause this all they said to but we wait for the election.
So Sierra Leoneans and even Manuel Mila, the ambassador, Manuel Mila. So now watch this video and tell me in Kwenadugu who perpetrated violence. And then tell me the report that news sent to you Umfakabu. And that report will put inside that press release for damn and discredit institutions if a credible objective. Because look, them guy they are not just one aspect of them. They say they are the Bombali team. So they have teams of talks where Richard Conte organized. So they have teams of talks. This is just the Bombali team. The states are clearly say they dress in APC. They don't hide them. They say then Komo Kabbalah now, election don't know. So this is what they did. Then they go there. So this was all over social media. So new Marcela Sama one time me say they are never objective. They don't see all that here will lead to that violence. They did not see it. Now then they blackmail institutions. Then they blackmail the police. Then they blackmail the judiciary, where they say don't benefit from. Because they want to destroy European Union, their image. But then it left to European Union. Now we call upon them for let them do investigation and we reject that press release. And we condemn that press release as objective Sierra Leoneans then. Because this is not fair. This is not fair to Sierra Leone. And then Tia Sola tell you now, the repercussion where they can Tia they do, where they do so. This kind of report where they don't give, this kind of press release. And they can Tia where they go on with their APC operatives there. Umfakabo or Sedea Bakarde. What they are doing right now, it's tantamount to undermining our sovereignty as a nation. Because these are institutions that are credible, that Sierra Leoneans rely on for strengthening the democratic tenets of that nation. And these are the institutions now. APC, they don't attack them, then they blackmail everybody, don't see. And now the same language, where the very subjective press release, not a diplomatic press release, that one. So let United European Union come to we as Australia, let them explain to we who side that report come out and how that report come from become very subjective. I want to go to the website, let them read that report. If they not bring and know it, we go see how damning that report is. Very biased and objective and politically motivated. Let's tell you, all the things the way APC they stand against, they don't want census, they don't want bad demilitation, they don't want this. They don't pull them MP in parliament. Then all 9 days no more inside that report. Now they complain. APC complain to you, EU. It's not EU press release. Because this is very serious and disrespectful to the nation. Because that here also, it's tantamount to undermining the power of the president of Sierra Leone. And we know they accept her as a nation. It doesn't matter which political party you do, but this guy havoc. It not supposed to happen. It also tantamount for voting, undermining the effectiveness and operations of them credible state institutions they are, where they don't mention too. Really? So that when they go for win them, then go use an anina as a yardstick for misbehave, like when you they pass the parliament, they go and give they go and threaten for say if they're not going to pay patient with them supporters anymore, if the supporters they vex one day. But I go play that one and let people they see from the house's mouth of KKY. You know, these are the guys who just don't help bent for destroy that nation. Because they are not destroying President Bill, they're not able to destroy her. Indestructible. They're not able to destroy her. And then also, it is also tantamount for this kind of press release where it don't come up from this operatives in the EU. It's tantamount for what did they do for undermine the national security of Sierra Leone? It is serious. We not for laugh with this one. Look at the guys. All the guys that went inside here. Well, I'll show you now all. Look the other one. And look this same guy. Look at this same Kabo. You see? When I see the other clothes, when I see the other way they see the other APC polo. Now I'll show you the other one. When I think in one, when I see active APC politician. When I see then this other one in the same EU inside the APC youth, you see Abraham Bangura, inside the Zaina Bangura and Pekin. Watch out. You see him in the contest for the youth leadership. You see him? You see them? See how these guys are now doing to undermine the system. If it's not bad for the EU employed after Sierra Leoneans. You don't see, but let's tell you one thing. The good job of President Bill, you know, get nothing for do with what they do, but what they talk no more. This way they do a damning to the institutions of that country. And they are exposed. And we need EU to take an action. Let them explain to we. And this is a very serious one. Why did they meddle to internal politics? Why did they meddle with the internal politics? You don't see? Then they employed, you will not watch. Watch the guy there. So we they call now on government as Sierra Leoneans. Let them really take a drastic measure, appropriate measure against them people. Let the European Union come explain to we. If you read that report, you don't say, well, no, man. How you go write a report? All damning. You read that. All the complaint of APC, the language inside it. Now press release, that's right. Then guy another writer. Now they did this, I didn't charge. There is this other one there. Zainab and Ryan Pekin. Hey, look at the guys. Look at them. Where they explain the history of APC. Look at these guys. These are all APCs. Now then they write misleading and untrue statement, a false press release. Then say that European Union. And this is sad. We don't accept that one. We condemn that press release. And would they be in the European Union for let them tell we if therefore can meddle with the internal politics of Sierra Leone, if not the responsibility. Now salon with they see all them bad that here with APC that they do. Una watch her. Look, this is the guy. Look at. And the lady, this one na Sadia Bakar. Now they na the envoy. The day among them, then bring them. Then they count them. Now they woke up Frank Cabo in law firm as paralegal. And this guy and appear and apply SPC. Then go for this rally, this convention recently. Are they supposed to actively participate in politics? Yes, but they are. They are not supposed to, but they are doing it. And then they one they don't write that report. So you go see that report for be a credible report with this guy, right? But they are big here. This is sad. But me not gentle. I just want for let's really understand say that report today we come on a European Union. When Umfakabo right, this Umfakabo way, this APC Umfakabo una don't see so where I don't put in that say not to even one picture, not to even two, not to even three. They are all over the place. These are the recent visits when they visit now APC convention. So are these the people when they can write reports say they are EU, European Union? Well, let the European Union boss can tell Sierra Leoneans who said they put that subjective APC voice. Let we know. So me na gentle family. I left this one for Leona George and let send her out to the ambassador Manuel Miller. Let them see and tell us why they are employing and hiring APC operatives to destroy and blackmail credible government institutions. And now they are destroying the good image and the objectivity, independence of the European Union. I raise my case. Me na gentle, the political hot goose. You see, don't pay me, you the fry. And for don't pay you, you the nyaka nyaka. Me people they wanna share. Let's serious Relene as Yeri.
Political hot goose. You see, don't pay me. Hot Goose Network TV.